Hey there, Libra. Something just happened. Okay, we're good. But anyway, Libra, welcome to your reading for the week of January 27th. We are going to jump right in here. You have the King of Hearts, or the home, in the Lenormand, and you also have the anchor. So this first row, I'm using the Gilded Revere Lenormand, or whatever it's called, and the king, the home and the anchor can represent kind of being stuck to your home. And so I feel like some of you need to leave the house with those two cards. They're not really considered bad together necessarily, but the anchor with the home can represent being stuck in some sort of comfort zone, just like the Four of Pentacles right here. And so there can be like a comfort zone that you need to get out of. Now, on the other hand, there is a more positive way to read the anchor, which is that you could be pulling up your anchor and you could be moving. So, there's definitely moving potential for those of you that want to move. Again, no reading. And here you go. You have this wheel card. It says endings and beginnings. So definitely could be a move for those of you that want to. But, for the most part, I feel like there's like some sort of comfort zone that you need to get out of here with those two cards. You have the Strength card, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Strength card, of course, is a card of building inner strength. She is taming this lion right here, and this lion represents like your inner voice or your inner critic, but it is submitting to her. So a lot of you have been doing like a lot of work on yourselves, and maybe you've been improving yourself in some way, which of course is a good thing and will lead to more future improvements. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is like juggling or spinning plates and having a lot going on. And that's kind of the energy I get here, Libra, with the Two of Pentacles, is that you might have a lot going on. Right now, it could be a little bit distracting. I don't really feel bad about this, though. Sometimes we have a lot going on, but it could be a good thing. We could be working on making improvements or, making positive change, and maybe it just requires a lot of moving parts. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting off of this Two of Pentacles. By the way, not for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like there could be some sort of settlement coming in for you. I have some cards in the tarot that I call clue cards. And they're not like the traditional meaning of the card, but intuitively I feel like it kind of means something else sometimes. And so if you are waiting for a settlement, like an insurance payout, legal settlement, something like that, then there could be a settlement coming in for those of you that are like waiting for it, right? You have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, money looks pretty good here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. We haven't even clarified yet. So a lot of you could be growing your resources. The Queen of Pentacles is the card of being resourceful. But with the Nine of Pentacles, this to me looks like you're doing something to grow your resources or to make more money. The Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries, but the Nine of Pentacles is also making money off of your skills. And we'll talk about that in a minute when we get to the Nine of Pentacles. Same thing with the Three of Pentacles, believe it or not. Three of Pentacles is putting your work on display and receiving credit for the work that you do. So, and it's a card of quality work. So we'll look at that as well. With the Strength card, you have the Four of Pentacles. I would, like I said, I think this is saying you need to leave a comfort zone. The thing about the Strength card is that, it's a card of patience, and this type of stuff going on here could say that you have been putting a lot of work into yourself, but sometimes I think people get stuck in that energy of kind of like always working on themselves, but not actually doing what they have been learning, right? So I feel like this is saying it's okay to always learn. I am a big, I always talk about how people should always be learning, but I think the other part of that is that you should learn, then do. So it might be time to start like implementing the things you've learned. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. Can't make this up. King of Swords is law and order. So, like I said, some of you are clearly receiving a settlement. This might not be financial as well. I mean, it could just be law and order. If you've been dealing with a legal issue, or, if you've been waiting for some sort of decision, this could be a decision that you've been waiting for is finally coming out. In a lot of ways, the anchor and the home, those first two cards, could say that, you've been in a little bit of a holding pattern because maybe you've been waiting for a decision, like in a divorce or separation or something like that. And, you could finally be being set free. I also have house arrest popping into my head. So if you've been under house arrest, maybe you're finally getting that thing off, right? I don't know. That might be for like one of you out there. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is freedom. Knight of Wands is kind of like the freedom to explore. So So there's definitely something in this first row about being kind of like set free or feeling more free. You could just be feeling like you have more options with the Two of Pentacles as well. And so sometimes like when our options open up, then we do feel more free because there's more things that we can go and do. So that makes sense as well. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this card that says overcoming challenges, which is great. It says a triumph will bring great change. Let yourself be open to victory. Yes. You have this wealth of knowledge. It says connect to the knowledge in your soul to teach the world, to teach and help heal the world is what it says. So, again, a lot of you, King of Swords is turning knowledge into wisdom. Again, learn, then do. It's funny that I said that and then the King of Swords came up because, again, the King of Swords turns knowledge into wisdom. He actually uses the things that he has learned, and I definitely would. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Four of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, she has these grapes behind her. And those grapes kind of represent the fact that she has a skill that she can do well. Grapes in the tarot are meant to represent something that is difficult to grow, but again, she can do it well. So the card itself kind of says that you have a skill that is difficult for most people, but you can do it well. So I would be using your skills here with the Nine of Pentacles, and this could be like something that you've been learning to do. It could be something you went to school for, but it definitely could be increasing your wealth with the Nine of Pentacles. You always get the Nine of Pentacles with me, literally, like for years. You always have been getting this card and the Seven of Pentacles, of course, but I definitely would be paying attention to your environment, meaning everything that surrounds you, the people, the places, the things, the environments you put yourself in. It's been a major focus for you for years. And again, people always ask about that. They always say like, how can this message keep coming up? I'm like, well, it's like sometimes we deal with energy for years, 10 years, 20 years. So, and it's like just a long-term energy for you, clearly, Libra. So I would be working with like your environment. You have the High Priestess. We are in a very intuitive time, and I feel the High Priestess is encouraging you to trust your intuition. I feel we're also in a time where we have to really push our limits, and that does not mean that you need to like burn yourself out or something like that, right? I think what it means is that we are in a time where the universe is pushing us to reach our full potential, and whatever that is. So, if you're trying to work on a project or a business, the High Priestess represents unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head here. And so even though she's intuition and all that other stuff, secrets, mysteries, learning about secrets, she also represents reaching a full potential. And so I feel you need to realize that you are capable of much more than you have accomplished right now. And so it would be a good time to like really kind of explore, try new things in like work, business, love, everything, and really try to create something great. You have the Four of Pentacles, which we've already talked about. Feeling stuck in a comfort zone. Four of Pentacles wants us to set ourselves free, so we have to remove ourselves from things that have been holding us back, and I would definitely recommend it with the Four of Pentacles. I also feel it could be a great time for like growth with the Four of Pentacles. I have the word growth popping into my head, which is not a word that really ever comes up with the Four of Pentacles, right? But I think it's encouraging growth. Like it's saying that you might be feeling like you have reached your limit on something like a career or whatever project you're working on, and I feel like this is saying like, no, there's more growth that is possible. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles again. So whenever we have, whenever we have repeating cards, it's basically the universe saying I meant what I said. So there definitely is like either law and order or some, it does feel like Libra justice to me. So there could be, even though we don't have the justice card here, I still feel that kind of, justice energy off of the Two of Pentacles. It's like saying that you are, like the universe is balancing you out or something. And it might not be legal, right? It could just be that the universe is balancing you out. With the High Priestess, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. Eight of Swords kind of represents only seeing one way of doing things when there are many. So I would be flexible, especially with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. The other thing is that if you are nervous about putting something on display, then with that Three of Pentacles, I would just do it because the Three of Pentacles says that you are going to receive the recognition you deserve. So maybe you have a skill, maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, maybe you're thinking about, putting one of your projects out into the world. Like now would be the time. And the Eight of Swords says, don't hold yourself back. Here you go. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Justice card, everything I was saying. So definitely, justice coming in for you. The Justice card is you, so whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. And it also, like I said, creates more balance. Like you are, I felt like the universe was balancing you out in both these rows, really. And there you go. So I feel that there could be some more balance coming in. I don't know. That's it. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this new life card and this time for a nap card. I love this new life card. It literally says you could be stepping into a new life. Like this lady is being lifted up on a pedestal, and so there could be major improvements coming in for you. The time for nap card says, rest, relax, recover, heal. We still have a lot of retrograde energy this year. Again, we still have Mars retrograde. We're going to have Venus going retrograde. Right at the end of the Venus retrograde, Mercury will go retrograde. So, again, take your time, heal, rest, relax, recover. You have this Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes a dream work, but really, for you, Libra, I feel you are putting something on display. Again, he is displaying his work to these two people here, and he is receiving credit for a job well done. Three of Pentacles represents quality work as well. I've been saying for like 2 years now that, pretty much like 2 years ago, or really, I would say maybe in like 2022, so a little bit longer than 2 years, we have been in this energy where it really quality, not quantity, is what's going to be important. And so I would really focus on the quality of the work that you're doing. I'll give you a great example. YouTube is being filled with like AI trash, right? There are like tons of channels popping up that are putting a bunch of AI trash videos out, right? So that's quantity. And those people still are finding success. But if you create quality content, then you are going to stand out above the rest. That's just one example. I'm not saying that you have to start a YouTube channel. But again, we're going to see a lot of this moving forward where people are just going to be, taking the lazy way out. So the people that focus on quality are going to be the ones that stand out. And that's what I would do. You have the Four Swords. Four Swords is resting, relaxing, and recovering. So I feel that it's a great time, like I said, for you to rest, relax, recover. I'm also getting here that it would be a great time for you to ask for things. Like he is praying. There's a person who's blessing another person in the stained glass window here. So sometimes I feel the Four Swords is actually encouraging us to ask or pray for something that we want. And maybe that's all you have to do is, ask for something that you want and desire, and you will get it. I do also feel that, again, you have the Two of Pentacles, which is like work hard, play hard. And we go in both directions here, Two of Pentacles. So again, don't burn yourself out. Make sure that you're resting. We do go down to the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is coming up in the good stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. But, if there was a card of burning yourself out, it would be the Nine of Swords. So make sure you're kind of like resting, relaxing, recovering. You have the Seven of Cups, a lot of dreams. I kind of do feel that because you have the Two of Pentacles twice. Two of Pentacles is sometimes trying to do too much at once. The Seven of Cups says, you can accomplish the dreams that you have, but try to do things one thing at a time. I feel this is saying, like, it's a good idea to have dreams, of course, but you're going to have to break those dreams down into steps that you can accomplish and, do one thing at a time. Don't be too scattered is kind of the energy that I'm getting there. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you have to get out of your head. There's clearly something that you are wanting to put on display. The Five of Pentacles would be the fear of whatever it is that you wanted to display not being well received. So the Five of Pentacles has a very easy solution, which is to not call attention to your weaknesses, to focus on your strengths. The Nine of Pentacles, she focuses on her strengths. She focuses on what she's good at. She has that falcon on her hand there, and so the falcon represents focus. It's like what you focus on is what you're going to get. So I would make sure that you're focusing on things working, not on things not working. With the Four Swords, here you go. You have the Empress. The Empress, the Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. The Empress is the Empress. So a lot of you could be getting into Empress mode, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. The Empress is being able to do things more easily. It doesn't say that you won't be working hard, but all she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her and that wheat will grow. So I always think of ease with the Empress. Really, she does things the most efficient way possible. And I feel that the Empress is saying in work, in business, especially Two of Pentacles twice, that's almost like too much work. I still don't think those cards are bad in your reading. I just think that it's talking about trying to do too much. And so the Empress, again, she's focused. She does things the right way, the efficient way, and that's what I would be focusing on there. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Death card. So the Death card can represent a change. to your dreams. I think a lot of people are experiencing this right now where it's like, there's a lot of things that maybe we thought we wanted. And, we're definitely in a time where there could be certain things that we realize that we don't actually want them, even though we thought that we did. We're kind of in this time where the illusion is breaking. Neptune and Pisces. Neptune will move into Aries this year, which is the breaking of the illusion. Neptune and Pisces, Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces in 2026, closer to 2026. In December, it'll start moving forward into Aries. And so I think that a lot of people, it's like, will be realizing the truth of what they desire and the truth of like what goes into things. And so what the hell am I talking about? Right? Libra. I almost just called you Aries again. What I would say is that it's like sometimes people think like, oh, I want this relationship, but then they don't realize like what goes into maintaining the relationship, like all the boring stuff that you have to do or all the compromises you have to make, right? And so I think people are like seeing the truth. Now, that does not mean that you won't have a relationship. What I think it means is that in the future, people are going to be more like, more thinking, I need to find a person who I actually want to do the work with instead of just picking any old person, right? And so I think it's forcing us to like really get down to the nitty-gritty details and focus on, what the dreams actually entail, like the work that we have to do. And then this is a good thing because we'll be admitting the truth to ourselves, and we'll say, obviously if I want to do this thing or accomplish this thing, there are going to be things that I don't like about it, and so people will be picking the right things, right? Which is good. That was a bunch of word salad. Hopefully that made sense. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Lion card. It says strength and success. You have this Wheel card. It says endings and beginnings. So we see a lot of strength because of the Strength card in this reading, and that could be bringing success. We also see new beginnings here, so definitely could be some sort of new beginning coming in for you. You have the Page of Wands, Hangman, and the Nine of Swords. Page of Wands, definitely a new beginning. I always say the Page of Wands, he moves in a direction of excitement. And so something excites him, and that's what he decides to work on, is he moves towards excitement. And so that's what I would do with the Page of Wands, is move towards excitement, joy, happiness, good things. And that's really what I'd be working on creating with the Page of Wands. You have the Hangman. The Hangman says you've gotten the answers. Again, Four of Swords really says that you've been praying for answers or asking for answers on the direction of your life. The Hangman, he has sacrificed movement, and he is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, but his head is glowing. He has gained enlightenment. And in the good stuff, this would really say that you are finally moving forward, or you have finally received the answers you've been looking for, which is great. You have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords in the good stuff would say you're taking control of your situation and you are getting out of something that has been going round and round. Nine of Swords is my round and round energy card. He has had a nightmare and now he's stuck in a nightmare. So he needs to get out of the nightmare. But the problem with the Nine of Swords is he is too comfortable. He has this comfort blanket on his lap. So it's like he's in a painful situation, but it's not painful enough for him to make a change. In the good stuff, it would say you are making a change, which of course is a good thing. And we have the Death card right next to it, which also says you're making a change. With the Page of Wands, you have the Star, inspiration. The Star is having a North Star, like having that one big goal, wish, or dream that you set out to accomplish. So a lot of you could be like working towards a dream with the Star card. With the Hangman, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is great. This is very good. This is kind of turning into like a little bit of a breakthrough reading, especially if you've been asking for an opportunity, like a work or a business opportunity or anything else. You could finally be getting that opportunity that you've been asking for. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card represents waking up to your purpose. I feel like purpose is a word that has been popping up for you quite a bit, Libra, for years. So a lot of you maybe have been trying to discover like what your purpose is, or what you're really going to enjoy in life. And I feel like you could finally be discovering it, which is great. You have this Revenge card. Yeah, no revenge. We have a lot of stuff, like especially North Node and Pisces. I always think of that North Node and Pisces as very kind of like karmic in some ways. It's not like karmic as in a karmic, but we could be thinking about past things that happened to us and trying to get revenge. I would avoid that energy at all costs, for sure. And I would avoid people that are trying to get revenge on you. You have this Empathy card. The Strength card and the Empress and the Star, these are all good cards of taking care of yourself. I believe we need to have more empathy for ourselves, right? And, I think that's what you're doing with that card there. And the other three. You have this independence card, yeah. Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, definitely very independent energies. The Nine of Pentacles is about being able to take care of yourself. So, and creating your own slice of heaven on earth. And I feel that a lot of you could be working towards that type of independence where you're able to take care of yourself, and that's it. Next, you have this acquisition card. This is my fancy couple card in this deck. Not really a love reading, although, Empress would say you're very attractive at this time, Libra. So I would definitely get out there. And, if you want love, there could be a connection coming in for you, which is nice. And finally, you have this criticism card. I feel like you need to accept valid criticisms, but I also think I hesitate on this card because we are in a little bit of a time of criticism. We have Pluto in Aquarius. If you try to stand out, people are going to be like, "What the hell are you doing trying to stand out?" Also, we have Mars retrograde. It went retrograde in Leo. It's currently retrograding in Cancer. That retrograde in Leo with Mars is very ego-based. So if we do something that goes against a person's ego, they're going to have something to say about it. So, I would just ignore criticism for the most part, unless it's legit. But this looks very good, Libra. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.